Hi, everybody. Welcome to Readings from the Heart. Happy Wednesday. Good morning, Thursday to the friends in the future. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Megan. How do you, did I say that right? Or is it fancier like Najin? Where are you from? Hey, Peta. Good morning to you. Hi, Carrie. Long time no see. Thank you. Jennifer, first time, welcome to you. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy it. We have a lovely, fun space here during my lives. Just lots of love, lots of wisdom. I'm a goofball too, so there's plenty of silliness to abound. Brenda, second time. Hello, good to see you. Just what you need. I am so glad to hear that. Where are you guys, the new guys or the new people? Where are you from? Use guys colloquially. Sometimes I'm uncomfortable with that. Ah, Peter, did you see my emails? Thomas is here. Arkansas, or as I jokingly call it, Arkansas, which is incorrect for any of those foreign people trying to pronounce that. It is not Arkansas, it's Arkansas. Toronto, Ontario. Oh, Brenda, you're right across from where I grew up, Rochester, New York. Okay, do the calculator, Peter. I'd be really curious if the calculator ends up saying that you are, or the video or whatever. Yeah, the video with the numerology. It says you're Pleiadian. Hey, Yvonne, Mississauga, Canada, right? Mississauga, Canada. So yeah. Very, very cool. Hi, Yvonne C. Oh, we have two Yvonnes today. Yay. Plenty of Yvonne confusion, although we have a C and a non-C, so that'll be fine. Welcome to anyone who's new. My name is Greg Phillips. I'm an energy healer, a channel, and a spiritual guide for seekers and sensitives on the path to the heart. What we do here on Wednesdays at Readings from the Heart is I have this really cool system. Everybody gets a chance at a reading. We use a little spin the wheel app, and everybody can get on it because the app, the wheel lets the universe decide who gets called on. And then I'll field whoever gets called on. I'll field their question or topic, and we'll do channeled messages. And it's a beautiful hour and a half of fun and love and whatever else. We never know what will happen. And for anyone who's new, I do record all these lives and I post them up on my YouTube within a few hours. So if you ever need or want to watch the replay, they are there, except for one. So far in the last 7 months, I have been short-sighted and forgot to press the record button, but I believe tonight I did. Let's make sure. Let's make sure while I'm bringing it up, right? Oh, yes, I am recording. Awesome, wonderful. Let's see what else you guys are saying. I'm on the low lighting today, guys. Hopefully you can see me clearly. It is super freaking hot here today. And if I turn too many lights on with the computer running and everything, I'm gonna boil my butt off. And I don't want to do that today. Hello, Thomas says, hello all. I'm so tired. Wonderful. Lot to see you. I might go to Canada in August. Canada is lovely. Yvonne is 1 hour from Niagara Falls. Yes, I actually went to school in Niagara Falls. Hello, Matthew. Welcome to you. Oh, you like this one, Carrie? Yeah, I was picking between. Let me show you guys the choices I had today. I love showing the virtual backgrounds. So I had this one and this one, and then one of our favorites, the moon over the nearly still water. That one's a beauty. But I went with this one because it felt like something was descending from above, spirit's wisdom or something shining down. Hey, Rhonda. Nice to see you. How's everybody feeling today? What's going on? Thomas is tired. Hello, Violet. Welcome. I didn't install anything new, although I did have a Windows update. But yay. Ray of light and love. Yeah. Plus I like the you can't see it quite as well because of the way I did my OBS, but maybe you can see the water down at the bottom and it's just sort of gently moving. Very, very calming. Yvonne C says, reminds me of the waters when I was on my cruise. I had a deck in my room. Oh gosh, that sounds lovely. Violet's tired, been breaking stuff all day. Physically or technologically? Rhonda's having a sucky day. I need some calm. Fantastic. How's the music? Can everybody hear it? After Saturday, I'm going to have even better control over the music because our dear friend Violet 108 here is teaching several of us teachers how to pipe music through the live stream. Tech breaks. I understand, Violet. I have been busy all day doing new stuff for the business. I got a bee in my bonnet this morning. Can you imagine me wearing a bonnet? I don't have enough hair really to wear a bonnet necessarily. I don't think it would stay on. But I'd look pretty darn silly wearing a bonnet. But I got a bee in it. And I did a lot of work on the business today. And I am excited. I've got new stuff to share with you guys, not necessarily in the live, but yeah, I'm just really excited, and I'm excited for the live too. I'm always curious to see what messages come through. Violet needs a nap. Well, I hope you get a nap during the live, maybe, or maybe the live will be restful or something. Hi, Inga, welcome. Violet breaks stuff when she gets a bee in her bonnet. You know what's funny? It's funny I'm actually using the phrase bee in my bonnet because I was in a live this morning with Jackie Mancuso, and the very last card she pulled was the bee spirit, which was all about abundance and connectedness to the one. Really, really cool. In fact, it was that card and that live that got me the final inspiration I need for the group I'm going to be doing off of Insight Timer, the monthly meeting that I'm going to be doing. And I'm super stoked about it. It's a deep dive on connection, all aspects of connection, connection to ourselves, to our bodies, to our sacred energy, to our guides, to the oneness, to the divine. Just it really hit me this morning that and it's all based on this one phrase that hit me during this live this morning, which was this. Let me type it. The path to wholeness is through connection to oneness. You can quote me on that, and because that is my quote. The path to wholeness is through connection to oneness, and that's when I realized that's what I've been trying to set up with this new group, and I am super super stoked and excited about it. Your nickname is B, Brenda? Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, I call my sister S, and my brother C, and my cousin B. Just fun short nicknames. Hello, Danny. Welcome, almost neighbor, nearly neighbor. Nancy was my neighbor before, and now Danny's my nearly neighbor, my regional neighbor. Hi, Melinda. Welcome. Hi, Hannah. Good to see you. Fantastic. We have a lovely group here today. Kimmy here too. Where's Kimmy's pretty profile picture? Oh, yes, it is. That explosion of the universe is here. I love how colorful that is. Hi, Kimmy. Thomas, ¿cómo va? Thomas, how was it? It's probably better than Violet thought it was, right? My God, it's so good to see you all here today. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy 10th of July. Unless you live in the future, then it's happy 11th of July. I'm excited for our live today. Do you guys have your questions lined up yet? I'm sure you were cool about it, Violet. Yeah, it probably did sap some energy though. 11 p.m. at Inga's house. Very cool. Gluten tag. Oh God. Gluten tag. That's funny. Hmm. Oh, wow. You found out you can reboot your computer and come back to alive. That is really good to know. All righty. We're going to test the wheel sound. Let me see if you guys can hear it. Never sounds loud enough to me. Can you hear the applause? Kindly confirm you can hear the music and the wheel. Applause, yes. The clicking, no. You can hear both. Okay. Break that baby up. You know what? It's at 90%, Danny. I cannot wait to learn from Violet how to pipe this right through into the stream. That is going to be amazing. All right, my friends, for anyone else who has recently joined in the last few minutes and is new to me, my name is Greg Phillips. It's a pleasure and a joy and an honor to meet you. Welcome to the Readings from the Heart Live today. We're going to be doing channeled messages. I am an energy healer, a channel, and a spiritual guide. I help people who are seekers and sensitives on the path to the heart. So, welcome aboard. The way we do things here is everybody gets a chance to get on the list. Everybody can get on the list if you want a reading. And then we let the wheel, basically the universe, pick who gets called on. And then we go forward from there. So, this is a fun format. Thanks to my friend Rev J for suggesting the wheel many, many months ago. And I could barely hear the applause, Yvonne. All right. Hey, Smidge. Oh, that's a fun name. I use the word Smidge all the time. Is that a nickname or is that your real name? Smidge from Virginia. I use that to mean just a little bit. Oh, okay. I use it to mean just a little bit, like all the time. Yeah, it was just, I'll say, like, yeah, that was just a smidge off from where it should have been, or whatever. I just love that word. It just has a lighthearted quality to it. So congratulations on a great nickname. Yeah, I love that for you. Thomas says, I so feel very fortunate, grateful, love, and appreciation for today. I do too, Thomas. I actually feel really good today. I had great job search for the last 2 days, and then today was lots and lots of stuff for my passion, my excitement, the business. All righty. My friends, I think it's time to start the list. What do you think? Who would like to be on the list for a reading today? Inga's on the wheel. Carrie, I think you want to be on the wheel, right? Based on our Facebook Messenger chat from earlier. Yep, there we go. Yvonne C. Oh, whoa, whoa. You guys all want to be on the wheel. Smidge and Brenda. Wait, who did I miss? Grateful for life itself, Carrie says. Absolutely. Yvonne, Carrie. Rhonda needs to ride the wheel. Okay. Rhonda definitely needs to ride the wheel. All right, who else? Smidge. No small feat that Smidge getting on the wheel. Get it? No small feat. Oh, when you laugh at your own jokes, it doesn't matter what other people think about it. Brenda on the wheel, Linda on the wheel. Linda, is that our other Linda or is that our Linda P? That's our other Linda, I think. Thomas wants to be whacked on the wheel. Not sure about that. Hana on the wheel of, what'd you call it? The wheel of fortune. Yeah. Both Lindas. Linda P, you changed from purple to yellow. My goodness gracious. Thought it was only purple flowers for you, my dear. Hello, Suleiman. Welcome to you. All right. So St. John's wort in the garden now. Oh, wow. All right. I've got Inga, Carrie, Yvonne C, Rhonda, Smidge, Brenda, Linda P, Thomas, Hannah. Who else? Who did I miss? Chat just flies by so quickly, and I don't have a high resolution monitor anymore. Kimmy. Hi, Kimmy. You feeling any better, Kimmy? Do we want, are both Yvonne's wanting on the list? Did I other Yvonne, non-Yvonne C, you want on the list? I'm assuming that's, I can feel it. Two Yvonne's, yeah, I know. Well, one's Yvonne C, who has no picture. Yvonne C rarely has a picture, but sometimes it pops in. No, sometimes the C pops in and sometimes it doesn't. Yvonne from Mississauga, did you want on the list, my dear? Kindly confirm. And the beautiful thing about the wheel is that anytime, yes, I got you then. Great. I'm glad I got you. Anytime, even if you don't say yes now, you can get on the wheel later because that's the beauty of the wheel. Mm. Don't wait to hydrate, my friends, as an old colleague used to say. Don't wait to hydrate. All right. Before we spin, let's drop in for a moment. We'll do a little chakra touch meditation. My friends, take your left hand and place your thumb right on your belly button and let the fingers of that hand rest gently and tenderly over your belly, and then place your right hand thumb on the belly button again. And then place your right hand gently over your left. Make sure your feet are flat on the ground. And just feel that connection of your hands gently resting on your belly, on your space of grounding. Feel the floor beneath your feet, my friends. Quietly remember that you are always connected to the ground. You are always connected to Mother Earth. Even if you're laying on a bed or living several stories up, when you walk across the floor or lay on your bed, the very structure that immediately supports your physical body connects to the structure immediately below it. And that connects to the structure immediately below it. Onward, downward, till it reaches the earth. As luscious and delicious as it is to set foot actually on Mother Earth herself, you are always connected to her. And you are always connected to the divine as a source of strength and courage that bolsters and infuses your own strength and courage right through your lower chakras, right through the third chakra. We forget these things very easily, but today we gently remember them. And inside, internally, we bow in thanks to Mother Earth and to the divine for always supporting us. Take a deep breath in, and as you let it go, bring your hands up to your heart, to your chakra, your heart chakra. Your guides, your spirit, your universe. Please fill our hearts with your divine love, helping us to remember that we are deeply and forever always loved. that we are never without love, even when we turn away from it or close ourselves off from it or simply forget because we get busy, overwhelmed, or stressed. That you are never, ever away from us, that we are never, ever alone. You are constantly holding us in your divine love, constantly showering us with your divine love, and constantly buoying us, lifting us up, carrying us through our days because of your love. Take a deep breath in, my friends, and as you let it go, raise your hands to your forehead where your third eye lives. Let your arms be relaxed and gentle. Dear Source, we ask that you open our minds to your divine wisdom. When we allow in your divine wisdom, we enable ourselves to see life and situations in ways that we could not previously perceive. We open ourselves up to a deeper understanding of who we are and our connection to you and to each other. And as it was said in The Little Prince, what is essential is invisible to the eye. It is only with the heart that sees. Oh, I said it wrong. It is only with the heart that one sees wisely. What is essential is invisible to the eye. Take a deep breath in, and as you let it go, bring your hands to the top, to the crown of your head. Just thank the divine, thank Source, thank Spirit, thank God, thank the universe for this, your spiritual connection. For no matter how big or how small that connection is, it is persistent in every minute and every hour of every day. And without it, we would permanently forget who we really are. But we have no fear of that because we are always, always connected to Source. We are simply extensions of everything that is, of love, of life, of spirit. Drink it all in, my friends, and take your time to come back to the now and the moment while I spin the wheel. Hi, CG. Good to see you. Happy birthday to anyone whose birthday it is today. Linda P., you are the first contestant on the wheel of good guidance. Happy birthday, Liz. Yay, yes way, Linda P. Put that drill down and ask us your question. How can I be of assistance to you today, my dear? What guidance do you seek? General guidance, please. What if I want to do captain or admiral or lieutenant? Lieutenant, as they say in the British. All right, Linda. You don't have a topic for me? Guides in circle of seven, please help me. So a message for Linda. Linda, where do you believe your strength comes from? Where do you believe your strength comes from? My history, Linda says. I, some of it does. The challenge with history is that it is inconsistent. The sum of our experiences definitely contributes to who we are today. And certainly the hurdles and challenges that we've overcome have increased our fortitude, I guess is the right word. But also our experiences of the past, of our history, have had less than stellar perspectives, shall we say. Message the guides are giving you today, Linda, is that you are far stronger than you realize, and that strength is not a physical thing. It is experiential. The guides acknowledge that your history has made you stronger, but your strength isn't from your history. Your history has been the catalyst, or we could call it the mechanism. Linda had to grow up quick. We could call it the mechanism through which you learned to be strong. But what you were really learning was to tap into who you really are. Because our history and our experiences are also the mechanism for learning how to love, for learning what our gifts are, for learning how to feel, for learning how to think critically. I don't mean critically as in judgmentally, but I mean critical thinking, the power of an actual strength or skill of critical thinking. Linda says, then I'd say my strength comes from my angels, maybe, question mark. What do you think? They're the ones asking. The point they're trying to make is that while we see a benefit from things like our history, whether that was positive, negative, challenging, supportive, whatever, like they're they're not being nitpicky, shall we say, on the quality or the intensity or the purpose of the experiences that we've had. The point that they're trying to make is that our experiences have helped mold our connection to ourselves. And they've helped us, and I personally can echo this, they've certainly helped me remember who I really am. They've helped me see that I am strong, that I am capable, that I am worthy, and I forget. So the message for you today is yes, thank and celebrate the history that has made you the strong person that you are today and take that a step further by honoring and celebrating how your history and experiences have deepened your connection spiritually and to who you really are, and that is where your true strength comes from. Does that make sense, Linda? I do believe I'm strong and determined, and not because of power tools. I love when you use your power tools. Just saying. Tickles me pink. Yeah, made Carrie laugh. Does that message make sense? Does that resonate? Where is that landing for you, Linda? Hi, Blossom. Good to see you. Good morning. Linda says, yeah, I think so. I'm a little lost right now, so that helps. Yeah. Are you lost with what the message is saying, or you're saying you're feeling a little lost just in general, life-wise? Because I'm happy to do clarification for you if you need. I can check in some more. No, I'm just a bit disconnected right now. Okay. Well, let me see. This is why they're asking you this question, my friend. Yeah. They're asking this question as a line of inquiry that you can follow to reconnect. Let me see if they have anything else. Yeah. They're saying that when we feel disconnected, it's really easy to forget our qualities, really to forget our strengths, to forget our gifts, to forget the things that we love to celebrate, the joys and the passions that we have in life. And so they're wanting you, they're asking, encouraging, and inviting you to follow this line of inquiry. Where does my strength truly come from? And of course, you can fill in the blank under strength. It could be any other word. Where does my sense of self truly come from? Where does my ability to love truly come from? Where does my gifts come from? Oh, no problem, Blossom. So coming from a place of disconnect might be a little bit hard to grok this, Linda. But just know that there's so much love there for you out in the unknown and surrounding you and living through you, and that you have the divine support. And hopefully by the end of the live, you'll feel more connected. I hope that helps for you today. Honestly, I sort of had the feeling that it was, you're welcome, dear. I sort of had the feeling it was a bit of a trick question. And then I was like, okay, well, this is interesting. So it's not a trick question, but it feels like a trick question. So that might cause a little bit of confusion. Thank you for your question, Linda. Let's see who gets to go next. Thank you to everybody for coming to the live today. I hope that you enjoy it. We started with a lovely meditation after chit chat, and now we're doing readings. If you're brand new, my name is Greg. I'm an energy healer, a channel, and a spiritual guide for seekers and sensitives on the path to the heart. And in my lives, everybody gets a chance at a reading. So if you do want to get on the wheel, you just have to say so in chat after I'm done with the current reading, which goes to Rhonda. Rhonda, yes, it's a very good message, Linda, but I get the feeling that I don't quite grok it and I have to think about it some more. Feel into it, my friend. Feel into the message. Try not to let the mind analyze it too much, and just feel into the meaning of where does my strength truly come from. Yes. Oh boy, Rhonda says, yay, Rhonda. I need guidance about helping my parents. Okay, fantastic. Well, two main things just came through, Rhonda, and the guides have enormous compassion for what you're going through. They really honor the challenge and the difficulty of it, and they understand the just having so much love and compassion for how challenging this is emotionally and how this tugs on your heartstrings. And they're there with you, Rhonda. They really acknowledge your strength, and they also acknowledge your tenderness as you go through this difficult time. So yeah, they're just surrounding you in a blanket of love. And they also have two main messages for you on top of that. Um, the first is a reminder that you cannot control what's happening with your parents. You have absolutely zero control over it. The sooner that you embrace that and accept it, the more serenity you personally will get to experience and they will get to experience. You know that. Okay. Well, for some reason, they're strongly reminding you of that. And then the follow up to that is that the best way that you can help your parents is by taking care of your own well being first and foremost. So I know from experience in helping Marty and my dad and Marty's husband, it's very difficult to be available for the ailing of others when we make it all about the others and forget to take care of ourselves. And I understand that oops, sorry, just messed up the camera. I understand that sorry, get back centered again. I understand that there are moments when crises happen, when challenges come up, and you need to be 100%, whether you are or not, and you have to show up for that. And that's just the way it is with ailing parents. I get that. You're wanting to make sure that outside of those moments, outside of those more critical moments, that you are caring for your own happiness. No, I swiped on my key, I swiped on my touchpad and it changed all my settings, and so I'm back. It's okay. Are you here? Hi. Oh no. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? All right. Round and broke, Greg. No, you didn't. How about now? Hello. Hello. You can't hear me. Okay, how about now? I'm back. Oh, whew. Okay. Well, Violet, I guess you and me had technical things. Oh, sorry about that. What did I break? So my laptop has this touchpad, which apparently is hypersensitive, and I was unconsciously wiping dust off of it. So my hand swiped it, and somehow wherever the mouse had last selected, which happened to have been the stream settings, they all went kablooey. It chose a different camera, it chose a different quality, it just everything messed up. Touch nothing. Yes, technology woes. Is it Mercury retrograde? It's not just you. Not just you, my friend. I am so sorry. Where were we, Rhonda? Well, I'm so sorry. It's slightly embarrassing, but whatever. Life happens, right? Thanks for your patience, everybody. I appreciate it. Two messages for Rhonda. Yeah. You know that you can't control, so that you're established on that. The second message was really to take care of your own happiness and well-being. You got mad at the caregiver company today. And you know what? That shit happens. Excuse my language, but we went through that a lot with the caregiving company that we had for Marty's husband. I get it. It's really frustrating. Sometimes they just they just don't do what you want. And it doesn't mean that they don't care. It just means that I don't even know what that necessarily means. Oh, Rhonda, my heart goes out to you. Let me see if there's anything else they're saying. Yeah, they're just that situation is the perfect opportunity to surrender, basically. And I know that's probably not what you want to hear. And the real big question here is, yeah, okay. The real it's not so much a question as a what's the right word for this? A statement. When you are maintaining and managing your own happiness and well-being, you are more capable and more readily you have the right thing to say. You can respond from the right place, from a place of heart, rather than judgment or anger, even though they will come up, right? And yeah, you've been working on trusting, which is really hard when you're dealing with third parties. I get that. Yeah. um yeah, they're just really encouraging and inviting you to maintain that connection to your heart and to what you love and to the love that you have for your parents, no matter how frustrating things get with the company or with their health status. And to remember that you're not alone, my friend. For one, you have all of us here loving and supporting you through this difficult time. And that's a lot. And then secondly, you have all your guides, you have all your experience, your life experience, you have all that love that you have for your parents, that's all within you. So when you say you've been working on trusting, yeah, when you say you've been working on trusting, oh, so warm. When you're working on trusting, I'll say that last time. Who or what are you trying to trust? Or you're trying to trust in the working on trusting? The universe. Okay. Include yourself in that, my dear friend. Include yourself in that. And on top of that, trusting the very life path, the very journey that your parents are on. That's the hardest part. Yeah, exactly, Carrie. Trust the process. But more specifically than the process, because the process, well, I like trust the process. In this case, the energy that I'm feeling about this is to trust your parents' higher selves, because the universe and their higher self, which is also the universe, which is also them, know exactly what's going on. This is the exact journey that they have chosen for their latter years. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow. How can how can this be a choice? But it is. Whether it was a conscious choice on their part or unconscious, you might not call it a deliberate choice, but on some level, this was a soul choice on their part. This is how they wish to go out. And so the most important thing you can do, since you are not in charge of their specific journeys on how they are choosing to leave this lifetime, the most important thing that you can do is be happy inside for yourself, for you, not for them. It will rub off on them, but for you. And I realize that in saying that in a situation like this, that is really, really hard. But I will tell you that when I was going through Marty's death, and I was not having, when I chose to administer the hospice meds, I didn't want to be dealing with morphine and other dangerous meds like that. But most of the family couldn't handle it. And I knew I could. And so I did it because I love her. And when I was done, I went and I took care of myself. And I knew that even before she went to hospice at home, and even before she was losing her strength, the only and the most important thing that I could do was be loving and be present. And the only way I can do that is if I'm taking care of myself. And so we're here for you. Your guides are here for you. The universe is here for you. And trust that the universe is guiding your parents perfectly and divinely. It may not look it that way to you and the rest of the family, but they are. Oh, woo, thanks for that memory. Rhonda, we love you. Oh, thanks, guys. I'm fine. It's just, I haven't thought of that in a long time, it feels like. Yes, love to you, Rhonda. Thank you for your question. Thank you for your vulnerability. And thank you for the amazing work that you are doing, not only with your parents, but with yourself. Yeah, it's an honor. Alrighty. Spinning the wheel. Yep. Harry, you got it. Love and be present for everything. Hannah, you're the next contestant on the Wheel of Good Guidance. Blossom, you're welcome. Take care, dear. Have a great day. Good to see you. Hannah, did we lose you? Are you still here? Jennifer, I would love to add you to the wheel. Everybody has a chance to get on the wheel, no matter what time they show up for the live. Because it's the Wheel of Good Guidance. You're welcome. Thank you for asking. Knock, knock. Somebody knock on Hannah's door. Yes, Dakota, indeed. My friends, this is a good time. If you wish to be on the wheel, please do speak up. Hannah would like a general reading. Okie dokie. All right, Violet, we'll see you Saturday. Just so that everybody knows, if you're looking to meet a lot of teachers all at once, Saturday morning, this 13th, morning East Coast time, US, Violet is hosting the next edition of Ask Your Guides, which is a multi-teacher collaboration. I'm attending as one of the teachers. It's Violet, Melanie Underwood, a bunch of other really great teachers. So if you've ever wanted to hang out with a bunch of Insight Timer teachers all in the same hour, we went 2 hours last time, please do follow Violet and check out July 13th, the Ask Your Guides live. It's too bad they don't have a mechanism for sharing that on the other teachers' profiles as well. But yes, thank you, Violet, for hosting that. I love what you're doing with that. And it is super, super cool. Yeah, what time, Violet? What time Eastern? Oh, good, Jennifer. It was lovely last time. Noon Eastern. All right. So New York City time, 12 noon. Hello, Dana. Good to see you, dear. All right. Back to Hannah's reading. All right. Sending love to you too, Violet. Looking forward to Saturday. We got lots of good stuff going. Yeah, I know you did. I'm late to saying hi to you, even though we've been talking today. All right, Hannah. General reading. Thank you. I'm seeing a beautiful bright sun, partially covered by clouds, with the sunbeams streaming around the clouds and shining down onto the planet. And the sense is that this image allows you the choice of how you want to see it. It's almost like my virtual background, but there's maybe half to 2/3 of the sun showing. So what's fascinating about this image and the feeling that I'm getting from them giving me this image is that there is a power of choice question here. It's not really a question, power of choice consideration. So you have a choice of how you want to look at this. So I'm guessing that there is a situation you're thinking about in which you are trying to decide or evaluate it, possibly. I could be wrong. I'm not attached to being right about any of this. I'm just here to be of service. But this image, normally I would think of this as a beautiful image, right? Because of the sunbeams that are shining through. But someone could look at this, and depending on the darkness or lightness of the clouds, depending on how strong or light the wind was that day, depending on the thickness of the cloud cover in general, someone could look at this and be like, oh, this is a shitty day. The sun's going to get covered up any minute, and I'm not going to be able to enjoy the sunshine. Or someone could look at this image, someone could be experiencing this in life and look and be like, ah, look at how beautiful those sunbeams are, how great the sun feels on my skin. I am just going to be present with this and I'm going to relish in this moment right now. I don't even care if the sun stays out longer or if it doesn't. It just feels so good right in this moment. And it is so beautiful to see. Hannah, it could relate to my legal battle with my ex-husband. It could. So, are you, how do I say this? What is your perspective on that legal battle? Or possibly my own perspective on my music being different to others. It could be. Yeah. It could be anything. The so let me just describe some of the qualities of the sense of this energy that I'm getting. There's a very there's a softness to this energy. There's a it, it it's like they just presented this picture and then said, how do you choose to see it? And that's where I got this sense of you have the power of choice. So I think that's the primary message for you right now, is that you have the power of choice of how you want to see anything. We all have the power of choice over how we want to see anything, because at the end of the day, or the beginning of the day, or even the middle of the day, at any point in the day, it is about perspective. It is 100% about perspective. And perspective dictates what we think about something. And what we think about something dictates how we feel about that something. And how we feel about that something is an indication of whether or not the way that we're thinking and the way that we are perceiving, our perspective, that is, and whether or not that is in alignment with the way the universe, source, spirit, and the divine are looking at it. And since source, spirit, and the divine only and ever look through the eyes of love, then when we feel bad, that's letting us know that we're not seeing it through the eyes of love. And that's okay. Recognizing that, remembering that we have the power of choice of perspective, and then exercising that power of choice, that power of perspective, is ultimately what matters. And it doesn't matter how good we are at that. It doesn't matter how frequently we do it. It doesn't matter whether we're pros or noobs or don't even know how the heck to do it. What matters is that we try. Hello, Hetty. Good to see you, my dear friend. Good to see you. Hannah says, I usually feel positive about life until I worry about other people's perspectives, even though I don't know what they think. Right. Okay. So, so this image relates to that because you could be standing next to somebody else. You and I could be standing looking at this image that I described, and we both could be thinking and therefore feeling different things about how the sun is shining from behind the clouds. It may make us think about what we're going to do later in the day, or it might make us think about nature, or it might make us think about spirit and our connection to spirit, or we might not even be thinking anything. We might just be watching with open eyes and open hearts. So anything is possible in that moment. So the power of choice, Hannah, is in choosing what you think about. And when you're worrying about what other people's perspectives, even though you don't know what they think, your mind is running the show. Your mind is trying to get into other people's minds, which is, I mean, it's a dangerous neighborhood alone just to go into our own minds a lot of times, right? I'm not sure I want to go into the neighborhoods of other people's minds, much less my own sometimes, right? But it's something to surrender and to let go of, and then to remember, not to judge yourself overdoing it because perhaps it's a habit and that's okay, but to just catch yourself in that moment and be like, oh, there I go, trying to figure out what somebody else is thinking and therefore worrying about what they're thinking. You just bring it back to yourself, Hannah. Okay, so what's the topic of what I'm trying to think about, trying to figure out they're thinking about? Oh, they're trying to think, oh, what's the topic? This topic is my music, or this topic is the battle I have with my ex-husband, or the struggle I have with my ex. What do I think about it? What do I think about it? And continue to come back to that, continue to come back to grounding in your own perspective. Because when you ground in your own perspective, you will always have the power of choice of perspective. But when you are attempting to connect to somebody else's perspective, you have no control over that. And so you become disconnected, or you lose focus, or you lose your centering, or you can't ground in what somebody else thinks. You can only ground in what you think and what you feel and how you see. Does that make sense? Is that resonating? I wrote a song about shadows before this live started. It was a similar message in the song. Yeah, it's the ego. I call it the mind. The ego, yes, it is the ego, absolutely. But I call it the mind because for me, it's easier to work with thoughts than to work with uh, a more nebulous concept of the ego. But yeah, it is the ego. How is this sitting with you? It's it's a bit pointed of a message, shall we say? So they're hmm, the guides are both lovingly reminding you about your power of choice, and they're also lovingly poking you about your power of choice, if that makes any sense. Yeah, that's part of life, my dear friend. That's part of life. And that's why I'm here to help guide us to our hearts. Because the heart is the portal not only to the new age for planet Earth, but to our salvation. The heart, the heart is how we connect to the oneness. Are you complete with this, Hannah? Do you have any clarification? Do you need any clarification on this? It's a pointed message for those two reasons that I gave, and hopefully it's helpful. Oh, the music stopped. Let's try another song. I do live in the head a lot. It makes a lot of sense. Wonderful. I would encourage you. I feel like I've encouraged this before, but I'll say it again because I can never remember while I'm giving readings what I encourage people or not. Wow, that one song is awfully loud. One sec. The Koshi bells. Yeah, the Heart Teach My Mind. Have you tried my Heart Teach My Mind track yet, Hannah? I think that this would be a lovely, at least daily, if not as needed, practice for you. Not yet. Okay. I encourage you to check that out. Obviously, when you feel ready, it's a really easy process to do. You can do it anytime during the day. In fact, I encourage everybody to check it out. Heart Teach My Mind. It's very, very simple. I have a track for it, but I'll just teach everybody right now because it's just super, super simple. So all you do is you either place your hand on your heart chakra. I like to tap it gently, but either way, you want to make that physical connection to the heart. This accomplishes two things. I like to do the tapping because when my mind is really crazy, I need kind of the consistency of the tapping. It's just a little bit more of a physical reminder for me to tap than to just place my heart. But sometimes I just place my hand there, but usually I just tap. And what that does is it starts to bring you back in the body and it starts to bring you back into your heart center. And then you simply say to the universe or out loud, even to nobody really, heart, teach my mind. Heart, teach my mind. Heart, teach my mind. And you just keep doing that until you begin to feel better. And what you're really doing with that is it's twofold. You are saying that you are surrendering. Okay. So you're actually actively emotionally and mentally surrendering. And then what you're saying is, you're sort of saying to the universe, I want to lead from my heart. I want to live from my heart. And right now, I acknowledge that my mind is running the show and it's making me crazy, or it's making me stressed, or it's making me tired, or it's exhausting me, or I just can't handle it anymore. Whatever the situation, my friends, you can do this whenever you want. And it truly will, if you continue to do it. It may not feel like anything at first, but if you continue to do it as a practice, heart teach my mind, heart teach my mind, you will slowly, or in some cases quickly, open up to what the heart has to say about the situation that your mind has been too busy to think about. Because the mind only has blinders on. It can only latch onto one way of seeing and thinking about things. The heart can see the entirety of the chapter of the life that you're in. It can see all of your past lives. It can see every other chapter of this life. It just has infinite more wisdom and ability to see and perceive than the mind can. And the mind is super useful. It's a great, powerful thing to have under certain circumstances. But when it comes to running our lives, it's a horrible master. It's a horrible master. So give that a shot, my dear. You're welcome, Brenda. I'm glad that helps. Interesting. Going to try that. Joyce Jason says, when I need a quick pause during my exactly, Jason, when you need a quick pause during your day. You know, there were a lot of work situations that I was in when I was in LA that were really stressful. At the time, I was a highly sought after technology consultant, so I'd end up in some really tense, stressful, and I don't know what you call them, just high pressure situations. That's what I'm looking for. And I would literally go into the restroom, into a stall, pretend like I was going to be sitting down for number two, or just stand there, and I would close the stall and lock it, and I would just stand there and go, heart, teach my mind, heart, teach my, until I calm down. It's a great, great tool. And if you need it as a regular reminder, I have a track for it. So please do check it out. Hannah says that is a beautiful way to explain the heart and the mind relationship. Good. I'm glad. I'm glad that worked for you. Yep, exactly, Jason. Great to teach kids too. Have you been teaching kids? Have you been teaching it to kids, Peter? That's amazing. Hannah, are you complete, my dear friend? I hope that that is helpful for you. Thank you for letting me be of assistance to you today. My friends, the more that we can drop into our hearts, the more we can see all the possibilities for a situation, instead of letting our mind make a decision when it's only informed from one perspective. Think about that for a second. Our mind can only consider just a few perspectives, usually one at a time. Our heart knows them all, can place them all on the table, and then can help us sift and sort through them. Oh, you will be. Wonderful, Hannah. Yes. Okay. All right. So we're wonderful, Peta, and you're welcome, Honda. Hannah. Duh. Too many words altogether. All right. Would anyone else like to get on the wheel before I spin again? I did get to add Jennifer, Dakota, and Dana. Jason. Yes, indeed, my friend. Anybody else? Cecilia and Hetty. Hetty, I am so glad to see you. It has been too long, my dear. Good. So I added Jason, Cecilia, and Hetty. Okay, I'm going to shuffle up and we're going to spin. Heart, teach my brain. I love it, Rhonda. Yes, that's perfect. Smidge, are you still here? You are the next selectee from the Wheel of Good Guidance. Is Smidge still here? Yay! All right, Smidge. How could I be of assistance to you today? What guidance do you seek? You can ask a question, state a topic. Oh, you have it already. Smidge says, what do I need to know For my greater good, focusing on health and pain, what do I need to avoid, release, or add for my benefit? Okay, wow, very specific question. Let's see, Smidge. Guides in Circle 7, please open me up to a message for Smidge. Smidge, they're pouring so much light and love in your direction. It's a very, very, very high vibration. They want you to do your best to understand that the pain that you experience in life, physically or otherwise, the health challenges that you experience in life, physically or otherwise, are not evidence of you being broken. I'm going to say that again. The pain and health challenges that you experience in life, physically or otherwise, are not evidence of you being broken. So what does that mean on a deeper sense? The other side of that coin is the reminder that you are perfectly whole exactly as you are. So what is the pain and the health challenges evidence of? It's just evidence of the degree of disconnection that you're having with source. It's evidence of a pattern of belief or thinking that has simply become ingrained in your cells. See, the cells don't think on their own. The cells reflect our perspective. The cells reflect how we're feeling, what we're thinking about. I find this in life in I don't know why, but they're reminding me of this example that I've seen time and time again. It is a very common belief in society that as you grow older, the body degrades. You hear people say this all the time. You hear people expect it all the time. And yet there's people on the planet who are in their 70s, 80s, and even 90s, probably even older, who are 100% healthy, who don't have any physical maladies, who don't have any problems physically or pain-wise. There's people. Are they the exception to the rule? What makes them different? For me, in my belief system, it has to do with how we believe, what we believe. And then the other real big piece of this, Smidge, is, and this is true for all of us, whether it is physical issues, emotional, or mental pains, okay? The very worst thing we can do to ourselves is observe these in ourselves and then judge ourselves. I used to say, the worst thing I could ever do is judge myself for judging myself, right? And I used to do that. I used to do that in my 20s. I would do something and I would feel shame or guilt about it. And it wasn't enough just to feel shame or guilt. I would then pile on judgment on top of that. And that is the root of suffering. Yeah, of course, I'm going to do things in life where I feel guilty or where I feel ashamed. I'm going to do stuff where I feel embarrassed. Hell, I screwed up the video by swiping my hand over the now my hand got really close to it, over the touchpad on the laptop. I felt embarrassed. It felt awkward, but I didn't judge myself in that moment. Of course, I was a little concerned that I wouldn't be able to get you guys all back, right? But this is so. Let me see. They're sending something else. They just really want you to feel into this statement that your pains are not evidence that you are broken. And the flip side of that is to look for evidence of how you are whole, because you are spirit. You are source incarnate. You're part of the great all that is. You're part of the entire universe in the field of love. How could you be anything other than wonderful? You might not have that experience in this moment. And and I get it. When we have medical issues and we go to doctors and they are looking at the situation and they are telling us what they think, and we believe what they say or don't believe what they say or don't know what to believe, it's hard. I get it. It's really, really difficult. It is very challenging. But we also have to understand that the doctors do not have the benefit of knowing our life experience. No matter how much they've recorded about our medical history, they don't know what we've been through. They don't know what we believe spiritually. They don't know what we believe in terms of who we really are. They don't know what we believe in terms of how life works. They don't know what we believe in terms of our connection to spirit. They do not have access to any of that. We do. So what do we do with doctors' suggestions? Well, we do whatever we want with them. Honestly, again, just like we were talking to Hannah earlier, we have the power of choice. The sun is one half showing through the clouds and the other half is covered by the clouds. How do we wish to look at it? Doctor says X. How do we wish to look at it? What do we wish to think about it? We want to always maintain our power by keeping the power of choice. If we turn our will over to the doctors, yes, there are certain situations in which we need to do that because, for example, it's not like we could do surgery on ourselves. And if surgery is the best option for dealing with certain things, then we need a surgeon. So I'm not saying poo-poo to the doctors. I'm saying don't give your power away to them or the situation. I don't know why that just came true. Let me see what you guys are saying. Smidge, how is that resonating? Inga says, wow, that's powerful. Peter says, my granddad was at a centenarian, he was still drumming, aged 101. Wow, Peter, fantastic. Kimmy says, my mom roller skated in her 70s. Yeah, exactly. Rhonda says, that's powerful. What is above is so below. Indeed, Jason. Well said. Nicely summarized. Thomas, I had related to me. For me today, there is nothing wrong with me. Very powerful, true statement. We have cause and conditions. That much of our Western society has told us there is something wrong with us. Untrue. Smidge, it's resonating some. I believe we are whole and can heal ourselves. If you believe it, then Smidge, then you are on. Let me see. Yes, they're just saying a resounding yes. They're playing trumpets for you. If you believe that you are whole and you can heal yourself, then yes, let's celebrate that. The question is, how do we do that? We don't do it. I hate using don'ts, but we don't do it by continuing to tell the story of the pain. It just doesn't work, my friends. I know. When I get sick, I spend the first few days miserable and annoyed. I'm not a happy sick person. I'm not. But then I suddenly realize that I'm not lining up with what I know to be true, which is that eventually, in a matter of days, sooner or longer, in a matter of days, I will begin to feel better again. So what do? I lie in bed, sick, resting. Of course, I take good care of myself, doing the right tasks and things that support my recovery. But I lie in bed and I plan for the party, is what we used to talk about a couple months ago. I celebrate the future. I plan for the party. I tap into how it will feel. I feel it in the moment. I tap into how it will feel to feel better, to feel recovered from being sick. I think in certain ways. I start thinking about, gosh, it feels so good to wake up in the morning and feel like 90% of my strength is back. Wow, I can breathe better again and whatnot. And I'm lying there in the middle of sinus infection, miserable, blowing my nose every 2 seconds. And yet this is where I am moving my mind to. And when I move my mind to that and try to tap into how that feels, I begin to feel that way, even while being sick. And when you feel that way, which is vibration, which is frequency, emotion is energy in motion, when you begin to feel the way that you want to feel, then the cells respond. The universe responds. Why? Because we're in the view of love. And the universe only responds from love. The minute you get sick, the minute you have a pain, you're sending off a request to the universe that you want to feel better. And what does the universe do? They make it true energetically. But then we have to line up with it. How do we do that? We focus our mind, we move our mind in a way that helps us feel better in the moment, not physically, emotionally. Kimmy says our mental state can affect our well-being. Absolutely. Our mental state controls our well-being. Not just can, it does affect. Absolutely, Kimmy. Absolutely. Even Inga said absolutely. Half of us getting better recover is the positive mindset. Yep. You guys got it. Very good. Smidge, how is that for you? I've learned mindset and I've grown and I've learned so much already. Then, my friend, the message basically is just a reminder of what you're already doing. Maybe a little bit extra that you didn't know about, or maybe something that you did. But honestly, it doesn't hurt to have a reminder. I need them constantly. There's stuff that I've known for decades that I still need reminders over. Why? Because I'm human and I forget. I get focused on something and I forget. I get obsessed about something and I forget. I forget that I'm spirit. I forget that I'm connected to source always and forever. I forget. So we all forget. Suleiman says, me being a caregiver for my mom while she had COVID these past couple weeks was an eye-opening experience to say the least. Yeah. Grateful and humbled to be able to take care of my dear mother. I agree with you, Suleiman. It is a precious, precious opportunity. We are not the body mind. Yep. Okay, my friends. Smidge, do you need any clarification on that? How's that sitting? Are you complete? Inga, having to deal with cancer, I've learned to not dwell in the negative, but believing my body can heal itself is a bit far for me now at the moment. Yeah. It can feel like a stretch, but that's because society believes in disease. And think about the word dis-ease. Dis-ease, the lack or the disconnection from ease. Another word for ease is allowing. Dis-ease. Society believes in dis-ease. And when they see dis-ease, they think they need to cure it. And you only have to cure something if it's wrong. Fix I mean, sometimes it's important for curing and fixing, and sometimes our desire to feel better does actually bring about a medical cure. So I'm not dissing medicine. I'm saying focus on being in alignment with your highest and best, with your future self, with your greatest well being, whatever it is that you're wanting. Focus on being in alignment with that. Easier than said than done. I recognize that. But focus on being in alignment with that. And then when a solution comes, you can allow it in. You're open to it. Your heart's open to it. Your heart recognizes it as, oh, that's a solution. That's one I didn't think about. Oh, that's cool. And you can go that route. Yes, dis-ease, Rhonda. That's the construction of the word. Dis-ease. Discomfort. The lack of comfort, the disconnection of comfort, the disconnection from comfort. Yeah, anything. Smidge says, I'm okay. Understand disease. Was hoping for more specific as I've done so much elimination. Will keep on my current path as I sit here under a beautiful oak tree by the river. That sounds lovely. Smidge, I don't know you super well, but the message, if this is what you've already been doing, then this is just a reinforcement, my friend. This is just a reinforcement that you're on the right path. There's nothing wrong. I know it feels that way sometimes. Believe me, I do. Yes, I'm glad. Okay. Well, my friends, we're about 4 minutes up to the half hour, and this has been wonderful. Let me see if I have any announcements. Thank you for being here, for one. I always have to thank you guys. I'm so grateful and so appreciative of all of your presence at every single one of my lives. If you came in late, you're welcome, Jason. It's nice to be here. Nice to have you guys here. If you came in late and you want to watch the replay, it'll be up on my YouTube channel in a few hours. Um, if you haven't followed me yet, I invite you to do so. I encourage you to do so. You'll get notified of when my next lives are. I do have 2 more coming up this week. So I have Saturday night, we're doing the readings extravaganza. It's very similar to this, except if you get called on, you get to pick what kind of reading you want. You can choose from an energy reading, an oracle card pull, or a channeled message. That is a super fun live as well. And that'll be Saturday at 3 p.m. Mountain US. So definitely check out my profile for that. And also, if you are the kind of person who likes to connect outside of Insight Timer, please do check my link in the About tab of my teacher profile. I have some brand new things up there in my link tree, and I invite everybody to check those out if you haven't been for a while. The newest thing is that I finally have a sign up for an email newsletter. So one of my design uh, design gripes, if you will, about Insight Timer is that it's been communicating with you guys. There isn't a lot of way to do that. We do have our group, the Circle of Love, which you're welcome to join. You can find that at the bottom of the home tab on my profile. But I wanted to create an email newsletter so you guys could get notified of everything that I'm doing. So please do check out my link in the About section. And if you feel like it, and this will be, I mean, I won't spam. I'm not going to clutter your email box. I hate to do that. It's basically just going to be information about anything I'm doing, including Insight Timer and outside stuff. And one of the new outside things that I'm doing is going to be a monthly Zoom group and a membership program. So that's going to be a lot of fun to do these different things. And you are more than invited to sign up for the email newsletter. I intend to have some musings in the newsletter as well, so that there's insights and thoughts and feeling things that you can chew on if you wish. So that's new. And then if you didn't hear about it, this Saturday at noon Eastern, and through Violet 108's channel, through her t-shirt, she's holding a live that's going to be a collab of about 10 to a dozen different teachers, myself included. So if you've ever had questions for teachers, you want to know anything about them, Definitely come to this. It's called Ask Your Guides. Check out Violet 108. Type her name here. She's the one hosting it. And that'll be this Saturday, July 13th at noon, New York City time. Yeah. So that's what's going on with me. Thank you to anybody who feels inspired to donate. Also, if you are an Apple person and you don't want Apple to do their thing on Insight Timer, I do have alternative forms of donation. And the last thing I'll mention is that I have lowered my price for privates recently. I just felt really inspired that I need to lower that price and make it more accessible. So if you are feeling called to work with me one-on-one, if you want me to yourself for a whole hour, as I jokingly and lovingly like to say, then that is an opportunity for you as well. And I love you guys so much. Thank you for sharing your abundance with me, Thomas. I honor and celebrate the flow of abundance from you to me and back out to the rest of the world. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, Greg. Yes, that's the link. Let me see what you guys are saying. Thank you, Smidge. I appreciate your sharing your abundance with me as well. Thank you for your question. I look forward to getting to know you even a smidge better. Or a lot more. Dana, thanks for the hearts, dear. Brenda, you are welcome. So nice to have everybody here today. Let me see what else you guys are saying. 108 of us. That's cool. That lines up with Violet's name. I love that. Thanks, Cecilia. And truly, my friends, I love hearing from people. So if you want to message me an Insight Timer, or I mean, my email is on the link as well. Reach out to me through my socials, whatever you want to do. I love hearing from people. I spent a good half an hour talking to our dear friend here, Carrie, this afternoon through Facebook Messenger, and we were talking about lots of cool things, and it's fun. This is community, is basically what I'm saying. So if you are looking to deepen your sense of connection to other people, I welcome and champion that for you, whether it's with me or any other teacher or all the teachers that you like, whatever suits your fancy, as they say. Yes, very good. Oh, Jennifer can't wait till next time. Well, I'm so glad. Thank you, Peter. I love you dearly, and I appreciate that you love my work as well. I am really, really looking forward to doing more things with and for all of you. Um, the stuff that I'm going to be doing off of Insight Timer is really quite beautiful. It's if you've never attended, well, how do I say this? Think about a session like this, but where we're on Zoom, camera optional, by the way. I know some people don't like to see themselves, which is totally fine. Camera optional, but where you can actually, you don't have to type, you can ask your question and then share right in the moment. And I mean, it's just beautiful and it's intimate. There's a dozen of us here that have done this before. And even though we were a little nervous about it at first, it ended up really an amazing experience. And those are the kind of things that I really truly want to do, because at the end of the day, I'm just trying to bring us all together so that we can support and love each other on the path to the heart. And it's really an honor and a joy and a pleasure. It's a deep honor for me to help assist and guide you guys the best that I can. So thank you so much. Carrie, thank you so much for your donation, my dear friend. I honor and celebrate and love you sharing your abundance with me. I have a different take on donations. To me, they're a celebration. They're a celebration of abundance. Yes, it's an energetic exchange, but I I just I like celebrating how that exchange feels. Let's put it that way. So love to all. Rhonda says, I'm grateful for this group and appreciate you all. All right, my friends, please do sign up for my email newsletter. I have no idea when the first one's going out, so you have plenty of time to sign up. It's a brand new thing for me. I'm doing a lot of new things this week. And yeah, just thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being part of the amazing and beautiful Insight Timer community. Thank you for being present in the space and forming our circle of love community. It means the world to me, and I know it means a lot to a lot of you. And so I'm going to go and cool off. Liz, I'm coming over for cake tonight, Linda says. That sounds awesome. Happy birthday, Liz. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Liz. Happy birthday to you. Someday maybe I'll do a end of the month birthday readings for the month's birthday people or something. I don't know. That's just another fun idea. Oh, you can see that I don't want to leave you all right now, but I must away ere break of day, as they say. I can't remember where that quote's from. Hip hip hooray. It does sound like fun, doesn't it? Wait, cake with Liz? Cake with Liz sounds really fun. All right, my friends. I'm sending you much love and blessings on the end of the rest of your day. May your afternoon, evening, and mornings and the rest of your day be beautiful and lovely. Take great care of your hearts, my friends. Until I see you again at my lives or somebody else's, be well. Bye-bye.